What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Sunday, March 31st. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, who do we have at the point guard position? I like Derek White from the San Antonio Spurs playing the Sacramento Kings, who have the 7th worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Derek White has scored 17, 27, and 17 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 23.4 fantasy points per game on the season, in an average of 26 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. Derek White is $4,900 DraftKings salary. He's $1,300 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 22.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.6 times value. There's an implied total of 227 points in this game. This is a home game, a fast-paced game, and you may be asking yourself, why are you picking Derek White? He's been playing like crap, so it's a DraftKings play only for me where he's 4,900. The theme of this video is going to be low salary players who have been struggling, who I think are in good bounce back spots, who I think are going to be low owned and could help you take down a tournament today. So Derek White checks all those boxes. He's got 50-point upside at only 4,900 in a fantastic matchup. And if you're wondering why he only played 17 minutes last game, it's because he got into early foul trouble with 3 fouls in the first quarter. I love Derek White here versus the Sacramento Kings. So our DFS tools for MLB baseball are now live and working. You can click on the MLB tab to change sports and check the tools out for baseball. They're really helpful. They're going to save you guys a ton of research time. Remember, we added projected ownership, and that will be updating throughout the day as injury news changes. We also added the fantasy points per minute stat here for each player. And we also added a stat that's new to the industry. We call it the hit percentage, and it's the percent chance this player has to hit value at his current DFS salary. And you can access all these new stats even on mobile devices by tapping the dash rank icon. Okay, who do we have at the shooting guard position? I like DeLon Wright from the Memphis Grizzlies playing the LA Clippers, who have the 8th worst defense overall, and they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. DeLon Wright has scored 33, 21, and 49 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 19 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 21 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. DeLon Wright is getting a lot more run because of the injury to Avery Bradley. He's playing 25 to 35 minutes a game now, and he's got 21 to 49 fantasy points in his last 3 games. DeLon Wright is $5,500 DraftKings salary. He's $500 more on FanDuel, projected at 24.6 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 28 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. This is a back-to-back, but I know they're going to give the young guys run, so I'm not worried about DeLon Wright's minutes, and he should be able to step it up today. This is a fast-paced game and a fantastic matchup. I like DeLon Wright here versus the LA Clippers. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? Eligible at small forward here on DraftKings, I like Will Barton from the Denver Nuggets playing the Washington Wizards, who are the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Will Barton has scored 13, 9, and 23 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 24.6 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 28 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. Will Barton is 4,700 DraftKings salary. He's 400 more on FanDuel, projected at 24.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.2 times value. This is another player who's been slumping. His price has been falling. He's still playing between 24 and 33 minutes, so the minutes are there. This is a home game, a fast-paced game, an implied total of 224.5 points in this game. Fantastic matchup. I like Will Barton here versus the Washington Wizards. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have the 9th worst defense overall, and they give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Draymond Green has scored 37, 30, and 31 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 30.8 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 32 minutes per game with a 13% usage rate. Draymond Green is 5,900 DraftKings salary. He's 900 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 29.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.1 times value. There's an implied total of 229 points in this game, so that's a huge total. This is a home game, a fast-paced game, fantastic matchup. I like Draymond Green here versus the Charlotte Hornets. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Jonas Valanciunas from the Memphis Grizzlies playing the LA Clippers, who have the 8th worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing centers. Jonas Valanciunas has scored 75, 50, and 42 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 31.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 22 minutes per game with a 29% usage rate. This guy's now getting over 30 minutes a game, and he's had a 38% usage rate in his last 2. Jonas Valanciunas is still only 7,900 DraftKings salary. He's 600 more on FanDuel, projected at 45.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.7 times value. This is a back-to-back, but Memphis Grizzlies do want to win. I believe they have a pick that they want to protect, so they're actually trying to win. They're not trying to tank. It's just going to be a matter of how many minutes he's going to get on a back-to-back. If he gets 30 plus minutes, you can lock in Jonas Valanciunas at 7,900 DraftKings salary, and 85 FanDuel is reasonable too. It's just going to be hard to fade Jonas unless we get news that his minutes are going to be limited or he's going to be rested. I love Jonas Valanciunas here versus the LA Clippers. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.